His Excellency, the Minister, Mr. Kabine Ratnakar. And members of the Quest family. I'm tempted to also call the Minister a part of our family. This is the second occasion that he's visiting our office. And he's been a terrific supporter of the causes that our company and our group have invested in, and we are so thankful for your presence here today and for your encouragement to our group and to our people here. It's a fantastic occasion for us. We're 8 years old, but we feel like 20. We've done a bit more than what we thought we'd set out to do. It was 8 years back when we started off from one room with 10 people. And we have a good number of them here today from the 10 people who were there in the room. The 10 people worked around one office in one table with cell phones, and we had Naukri logins which were fought for because we didn't have enough of them. From 10 logins and 10 people around one table today, we present today across 60 districts in India. 1/10 of India's landmass we cover. Out of 650 districts, we are present today in about 62 to 64 of them, with offices, with centers. About 86 districts out of 650, we have training programs in. We employ people, about 115,000 people almost, across India, the United States, Canada, the Middle East. We have today about 150 people in Manila, and progressively another 150 people in Malaysia by the end of this year. In addition to all this, we do a lot of work. This is just not headcount that we've got. We measure about 2.5 lakh meters a month, 2.5 million meters a month, which is about 24 lakh meters a month we measure for electricity. We'll deliver almost 10,000 parcels a day by the end of this month for various e-commerce companies. We would have done the erection and commissioning of almost about 30,000 telecom towers for the 4G network by the end of this year. We would have hired across our group companies almost about 180,000 people in 1 year. You can imagine the scale of operation that's going on here, the number of payrolls that's done. We make almost about 1.5 lakh meals per month in our food business. In our IT business, we run a company called MFX in New York, which has a backend in India, which runs the operations backend for almost 13 customers in the P&C casualty insurance space. How does all this happen? Right from about 150 million square feet of space in Avon, to the people we employ in Magna, to the staffing services that we provide at IKEA. How does all this happen? Fundamentally, it comes down to 2 or 3 different things that makes our group what it is. Our people. Look at some of the people that we have at the top level, and I'd like to call out a few of them so that you know how we've got to where we are, and some of the people who've really been responsible for what we've done. First, there's a group of founders in this company. There is Guru Prasad, there is Venkat, there's Jason, there's Amrita, there's Pratibha. All of them who've been associated with me for at least 10 years each. Look at the longevity of relationship. They had the courage then to come together and form this company and to get everybody else together. Then we've got our facilities business. We've got Vivek Arora, who's been with us now for almost 6 years and who's been doing a great job in the facilities business. Singularly, Venkat from the managed service business has been with us now for 14 years. It's an enormous amount of time that he's done. I think he's put on a little bit of weight over the last few years, but otherwise he has remained much the same guy that I knew in 2001, 2002 when he first joined us. We have a gentleman here called Vijay Shivaram who's visiting from Southeast Asia. Vijay Shivaram has been with us for 13 years, and he has built businesses from scratch. Today, he is the undisputed king of Southeast Asia, building businesses in Philippines, in Malaysia, and now planning on Singapore as well. Somewhere along the way, he got married, and today he has a son, Dhyan. We've also got Guru Prasad. Guru Prasad runs a business today with 75,000 people. He delivers thousands of packets a day. He's got that many payrolls to do, and yet he's always hungry for more. Somebody, again, who's done a fantastic job, been with us for the last 10 years. You take a recruiting business, there's Sachin down south in Madras. Sachin's again been with me for the last 10 years, a little more than 10 years, in fact, for the 12 years, and he's been with our company since 2009, so that makes him 6 years in our company. He's built a business from scratch. He's built his team around himself, and he's not here today, but I'm sure he's out enjoying the good times of Madras and celebrating our success as well. Along the way, we've also had few people join us in recent times to help build this business. We had Kalyan, who joined us in the MFX business. Kalyan is somebody I knew in the past. It's an association that perhaps with Kalyan goes back about 6 to 8 years from his previous company in NTT and IntelliGroup, on which I served on the board. We've got TSKK, who has done more jobs than I have done in this company, and who is very familiar with large parts of the company and has done very well while transitioning into Magna. We've had Marcel Parker, who's joined us actually in 2008 on the board of the company. I think it was on the 14th of March. And just before him, we had Mangesh, who joined a little before that in our training business, and who singularly developed, again, our training business from scratch. Through this period, there's one person who's been a constant with me in a lot of these things that we've done, Subrato Nag. In finance, he's been a pillar of strength. He's been someone who has singularly helped me in building this company to where it is today, and is part of every key decision we've taken. Once his job grew too big, we also had Ranjit join him and help him along with Abhinandan in mergers and acquisitions. We've also got a compliances business where we've got Madhu, who manages CoAchieve, and that's a business that we think there's a lot of promise. In human resources, we've had Chandra, also who's leading a team of very energetic human resource professionals. Maybe we've got about 35 of them here today, and all key members of our team to ensure that we keep our people happy and contented. One business which is an acquired business and where we've also had some consistency of people is Magna, where we've had Shweta, who's been with us, I think, since 2009, Sunil Nehra, who's been with us again for quite a bit of time, 6 years at least. We've had Supal, who was distracted in between, went out, but came back to work with us again, and we are so happy to have him with us back. We've had Calvin in Hyderabad, who manages the office all by himself. And we've had recent people who've joined us also in Sunil Chemankotal and Sajeev and a few other people. So we've got what is perhaps the finest collection of leaders today in our group. We've got a terrific set of people who know the market, who's sensitive to our people and issues here, and more than anything else, a definitive part of our culture. Our culture is what is, I think, our most invaluable asset. If you look back in the last 8 years and asked what are the reasons why we succeeded, the first reason I would say is the quality of our people, the culture that we had, the culture of hard work that we built, and the integrity with which we built the organization. Going forward into the next 4 or 5 years, as we approach 2020, what do you think will be those things that will help our group scale larger heights? One is definitely the protection of our culture. We can't let what we've built here be dwindled by other influences. It's a terrific culture we've got, and we treat people well, and we must always ensure that we retain this culture. The second is use of technology. All of our businesses have reached a critical mass, and there is the online play that's in India that's become such a big thing, So in every one of our businesses, the need to get technology as a major facilitator for growth is important. MFX, therefore, has a key role to play in that. The third is intelligent mergers and acquisitions. We have to buy companies at sensible prices, identify the right areas to be in, and in that sense, the M&A team has to ensure that we do sensible transactions. Lastly, we have to become global. We cannot restrict ourselves to operations here. So for each of our businesses, we have to go beyond the borders of India and ensure that we take them to newer markets. While doing all this, we must not forget the fact that we had a terrific initiative in developing CareWorks in the last 1 year. Many of you will know the initiatives that CareWorks does and have also participated in some of the work that they do. They give more than 200 scholarships in a year for children. We have now signed an MOU with the government, in fact with the Department of the Minister, to develop 7 schools in the Karnataka state, 3 of which we've already done. Each school has almost about 200 children who will benefit, 200 to 300 children will benefit from this. So we are hopeful, which I think is a fantastic initiative that we're doing, you know. We're happy to have a supportive government here that's helping us to do this one, and we believe that this initiative is going to give us a lot of learning about how to deal with society in the future. Just one point to add here, you know, the commitment that we have for social causes in our group today is greater than the combined profits that we made in our first 2 years of work. So that's how much we've grown and how much we're giving back to society, and we're hoping that we'll be able to develop on this. At a personal level, I want to share something with you. You know, if I were to, I said this the last time also we had Sangam. If I have to relive my life all over again, I would not choose to do it any other way than by doing the things that I've done in developing and working with all of you at Quest. For me, it's a privilege. For me, I consider myself lucky that I have colleagues like you in office. People who share the same value system, who have the same commitment to growth, and who know what it means, who know the importance of doing a good job a day and, you know, getting somebody else an employment for his own career. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. And I want to wish all of you many more years in this company, many more successes in everything that you do here, to enjoy the journey forward, to contribute to society, and more than anything else, enjoy the evening today and have a lot of fun. Thank you again for a wonderful year that's gone by, and I hope to see all of you here again next year. Thank you so much.